What if I told you there was a free way to relieve stress, improve your mood, boost your immunity, and help you live longer? What if I told you that it's something that you already do every night? Sleep is one of the most important bodily needs that a human requires to survive. The problem is that many of us don't get enough of it, or that when we do, it's not the best that we've ever had. Do you find yourself regularly tossing and turning at night? Do you find yourself on your phone, realize that it's 2 a.m., and feel that you're just not sleepy? We all know how frustrating that can be. According to the American Psychiatric Association, over 50 million Americans struggle with a chronic sleeping disorder. Having a sleeping disorder is not the end, though. Today, I'd like to discuss how sleep or a lack thereof can affect your body in the short term and the long term, discuss some of the different ways that you can develop better sleeping habits, and go over those next best steps that'll help you sleep like you did whenever you were a kid. Let's first start off by imagining what would happen if you decided not to sleep at all. According to Houston Methodist, which is a leading medical group here in the state of Texas, some of the short term and immediate effects that you'll experience will include difficulty concentrating, reduced ability to problem solve, and an increased risk of making poor, risky decisions. You'll also experience extremely low energy levels, and that'll affect your ability to carry out normal day to day tasks. We've all pulled an all nighter before at some point in our lives, and I'm sure that you can agree with me that the day after is not fun at all. If you continuously pull all-nighters or get less than the recommended amount of sleep, which is about 7 to 9 hours for an adult, according to Harvard Medical School's Division of Sleep Medicine, some of the long-term effects that you'll experience, which are very dangerous to your health, will include developing chronic conditions like diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and even heart disease. Studies show that those who get less than 5 hours of sleep a night in the long term will experience an increased mortality risk of up to 15%. Now that you're aware of some of the very real side effects that a lack of sleep can have on your health, let's go ahead and discuss some of the ways that you can develop better sleeping habits. So, according to the National Library of Medicine, it's important to get enough vitamin D each day. Vitamin D is important in regulating our circadian rhythm or our sleep wake cycle. It's also important and plays a role in the production of melatonin, which is a hormone that makes you sleepy. And I don't know about you, but have you ever tried to sleep without the AC on a Texan summer night? It is not the best experience. And for that reason, according to the Sleep Foundation, make sure that your bedroom is at an optimal temperature. 65 degrees Fahrenheit is the recommended temperature. And this is a personal tip of mine, but try to use lavender oil or in a humidifier or a diffuser. That has a relaxing, calming effect, and it is a fact proven by the sleep doctor as well to work. Some other helpful tips that you can try is keep your bedroom distraction free. Don't keep looking at your alarm clock or check your phone to see how many hours of sleep you have left because that often backfires. I'm guilty of that. And think to yourself, when was the last time that you invested in your bedroom? Maybe it's time to buy some new fluffy pillows or some new soft bed sheets, maybe even a new mattress. So that's something to consider. And another thing is to keep your body moving. Try to get a little bit of movement or exercise in, not right before you sleep, maybe a few hours before you intend to sleep, because exercise kills stress hormones such as cortisol that keep us up at night by releasing other feel good hormones such as endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine. And last but not least, if you've tried all of these tips before and you feel that it's just not working, it may be time to see a sleep specialist. Sleep specialists are medical professionals that can help diagnose you with chronic conditions such as sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, by performing a lab test, a sleeping test with you. And they'll be able to discuss and create the best treatment plan for you. Once you implement these changes and start sleeping well again, you're going to notice that you'll feel less stress and prone to mood swings. Your skin and overall appearance will be healthier. You'll be able to think clearer, and you'll feel better physically and not like you're dragging yourself throughout the day. Without proper consistent sleep, you'll lead yourself down a very dark path that ultimately leads to developing chronic health issues. Prevent this in the first place by just getting a good night's rest rather than trying to reverse it when it's too late. Finally, before I let you go, I'd like to encourage you to try one of the tips that we discussed the next time that you want to go to sleep, whether that be investing in new pillows, adjusting the temperature in your room, or getting a little bit of movement. Developing better sleeping habits will not only help you think and feel better in the short term, but it will help make you healthier in the long run. Feel free to make these changes as you see fit and discover what works best for you. Getting better quality sleep is a great way to take better care of yourself, and remember, you deserve it.